All right, all right. Good morning, Facebook family. Good morning, friends across the nation, as we are getting ready to um, wake up and travel to Lebanon, Kansas. Running a couple of minutes late here this morning. What are we? 10:09. I'm so sorry. Running a few minutes late as we're loading up trailers, loading up boxes. The office is astir this morning. We just wanted to say good morning to all of you guys. We wanted to ask for your prayers this morning as we begin to travel. So travel schedule kind of looks like this today. Myself, Andrew, Jack from the office, we've loaded up a trailer. We're loading up the SUV and we're heading to make a 3-day drive. It's only, I think, 19, 20-hour drive. We're going to break it up into 3 days so we're not exhausted by the time we get there. So we're going to do that. The other teams are flying out at different times over the next couple of days. There's some other things to get wrapped up around the office. So we're stirring like a bunch of busy bees. So this morning, good morning, Pam. It's good to hear from you. Debbie, good morning to you. Rose, good morning. William, my friend, blessing from South Carolina. It's good to see you, my friend. God bless the ministry, praying. Where we have Christy Clark. Good morning, Miss Christy. It's a pleasure to see all of you guys this morning, all of you guys and girls. A little bit unscripted. We don't have a whole lot to talk about except July 23rd is this Friday. We've been preparing for the last few months for this. The vision has been in place for the last few years. I want to, I'm in no position to thank anyone. This by no means is my vision. I'm just here to help facilitate, as are everyone in the office. But I'm thankful for all the help and all of the coordination from everybody that's been involved. This vision is so, what's the word? It's so intoxicating, this vision. It's so easy to get pulled into what Doug is seeing and what Doug has envisioned, and how do we say this without getting too mushy? This is the kind of guy that I would really follow to the ends of the earth because I know he's following Jesus. And it's an honor to be part of that. The teams that have come together to help, Brother John Whaley with Rooftop Ministries. He called me this morning. He's sharing some really cool experiences. We're having one of the people, one of the group leaders, coming all the way from California into Lebanon to share her story. There's pictures we're going to be sharing throughout the week of different different groups on rooftops. There is so much happening. I think I really just needed to catch my breath and just take a step back and look and see what all's been accomplished in such a short time. The team at EV USA, Maria, all of those teams over there, they have went above and beyond, and I say that like it's not a big deal, but it really is. For instance, we've got an 8-foot trailer loaded to the brim, ready to go with stuff that we've been preparing here at the office. We have our staff and team members here, volunteers that are working. And that's just from an organizational standpoint. That's just from gathering resources and all of that jazz. But if you look over there at EV USA, they've managed everything on site at Lebanon. They've been a big part, almost the biggest part of the organizational efforts of Lebanon. There's going to be a 3,000 person tent there, another 1,000 person tent, and then kind of a bevy of other tents that are going to be there. They've arranged for the workers and staff, because there's going to be periods of time we have to be there before the event. They've arranged for like a food truck to be there so we wouldn't go hungry. Waters, the plot layout. They've organized and honestly funded a lot of the efforts on the ground over there. They've organized a first-class audio-visual company to be there. They've organized a first-class lighting team, and they've managed to connect with a TV crew. And when I say TV crew, a big TV satellite truck with six, seven, 8 personnel with that truck with specialized TV cameras, and they're going to cover every corner of the event. So a lot of that's been organized by them, and I'm grateful for all of that. So just a few more rounds of good mornings to everybody here. Let's see. Said hi to William. Elena, hi Jade. Ron and I will be in Lebanon tomorrow. Amen. Tomorrow night, well, they're praying you in. Very good. Thank you, Elena. We're going to need it. I tell you, Elena and others, our trip needs to be covered in prayer. And let me tell you why. I am one of the many that believe that this is going to make such an impact on the kingdom and must make such an impact on our country that there are follies along the way. We have our route leaders with their motorcycle accidents. There's members of our family getting sick. I think the enemy is kind of dropping thumbtacks, road strips in the ground on just about every front. Not getting electricity. One of the cellular towers that we were going to depend on to broadcast. Someone just out of nowhere just ran into it with a vehicle. There's so many things that are happening that I think there is on a supernatural level trying to prevent us from praising and lifting up the Lord and bringing up prayer. There's so many of these things happen that we definitely ask that you guys cover us all in prayer as we make these trips. I believe there's nothing that can stop me from getting to Lebanon. I believe that there's nothing that can stop Doug, nothing that can stop Cindy from getting to Lebanon. But I also recognize that the enemy is not going to make it super easy. So for oil to lubricate our engines, to gas in our tanks, to the pit stops we have to make, to air in our tires, please lift us up in your prayers. This is a big thing going on. We hope to see you all there. If you cannot make it, we're going to be live streaming today at some point. The live stream window will open on our website to where if you can't make it to Lebanon in person, you'll go to americasprayermeeting.org and you'll be able to click on that live button and be able to participate there. So we appreciate all of you. We're going to sign off here in just a couple of minutes. What do we have here? Good morning, Rebecca. You are from Fort Worth, Texas. Oh, wow. Walking on water. Fantastic. Very good. Rebecca, good morning. Elena, good morning. We're going to sign off here. It's a little shorter today. However, we're streaming. We're coming live every morning at 10 o'clock, even from the road. So tomorrow we're going to try to have some guests together. But even from the road, we're going to be in the car. In the SUV. I hope not to be driving while I'm streaming. There's 2 other people in the SUV with me. You guys join me for this trip. Join us for this trip. Ride along to Lebanon with us. I want to share some more of these rooftop experiences. I want to share some stories from these route leaders. Oh, and by the way, Facebook. We're going to share this too. I have seen all during last week. Different route leaders and different people coming together and recording them praying for the steps of various special places throughout the country. I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want to mess up or say the wrong thing or say that they were at a place where they weren't. But the videos of people. There was one route. There was a group standing barefoot on the side of the ocean. I think it was the ocean on the side, and they were in the sand in the ocean, and they had made their first stop. They were praying before they moved on, and there just started to be people gather. People come around and gather and just take part of this. That's what we want to do. Lebanon, Kansas is going to be a huge deal, July 23rd. But if you think about it, what's happening right now is potentially larger than as large as, or could be bigger than what's happening in Kansas. These prayer routes, they're stopping at places, important places throughout our country, state buildings, government buildings, and they're spreading the gospel and they're praying for our country. Miracles are happening right now before we even set foot in Lebanon. And I'm expecting for some really big miracles in Lebanon. One of the last times, and I'm not saying this will happen. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it can happen. One of the last times I made a trip like this, now it was out of the country. It was in Uganda, and we were doing a prayer rally, and it was just focusing on prayer, just focusing on our prayer life. And I was fortunate enough to see this little African girl. She had to have been about 12 or 13 years old, and she was blind. She couldn't see, and just out of nowhere, a spirit of the Lord fell upon one of my friends to pray for this lady. And he said, cover your eyes. She covered her eyes, and they prayed. And he said, you're going to take your hands away from your eyes and you're going to see. And she dropped her hands, and you could see it on her face. She could see for the first time. Probably for the first time in her life. He said, can you see? She said, yes. What do I look like? She says, you're blurry. She says, we're not done yet. Cover those eyes back up. She covered the eyes, prayed some more, prayed for this one little girl. Look, a congregation of probably 3,000 people. My friend stopped what he was doing and prayed for this one little girl for an hour until she got perfect 20/20 vision. Dropped the hands. She could see crystal clear. And that was an amazing thing. God is a God of miracles. God is not just a God of healing. God is a God of miracles. And I'm believing in that as we pray for our country. How medicine has side effects. How Tylenol, take too much Tylenol has side effects. The stronger medicine. You ever look at those old commercials or those commercials that talk about a medicine, and then there's a laundry list of side effects. This may have occurred. Drowsiness, nausea. Sudden death. No, I haven't seen that. But all these side effects. You know what the side effect of prayer is? Side effect of prayer is healing in our own lives. It could be healing on a supernatural level of something, a physical ailment, or it could be healing of the soul, healing of the spirit, healing of this hurt relationship between you and your neighbor. A side effect of prayer is healing. A side effect of praying for something outside of yourself can still bring healing to you. So I don't want to preach this morning. I'm not good at it. By no means am I a preacher. I surrender that authority to actual preachers and pastors. But I'm super happy to be here with you this morning. We'll see you guys at Lebanon, Kansas, July 23rd. And also see you every day in between. Weekday mornings, 10 o'clock. We hope to see you right here. We're going to update you on the trip as we go. But this will be the last time we're broadcasting from the office, because we're on the road. God bless all of you. We'll see you very, very soon.